Hi Sagittarius, I've pulled out a career and destiny spread for you guys for the week. I do so many love messages for you guys on my other channel that I thought I would do something different for you guys here on Somachandra Tarot. So this is good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus sign of Sag. It is career and destiny, but of course I could be picking up on other parts of your life as well. Just take the message if you feel it applies to whatever part of your life. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link to my website is in the description below. If you're new, welcome to Somachandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell. When you hit the bell, you know when I read for your sign. Also, Sag, you really need to get into the vibe on my other channel, Somachandra Libra, where I do love messages for your sign every 3 to 4 days. This is about career. I tried really hard to channel career messages. I finally had to switch decks, and then I got the Pentacles to come out. So this is just for the next 7 to 10 days. I think that you're facing a little bit of opposition with career right now in your daily life, but I don't think that's going to stop you because you did end on the Sun and the Magician. So what came out of the Moonology deck for you guys about career and life path is you're very close to achieving a goal and prosperity lies ahead. At the bottom of the deck, your hard work is paying off. You guys have been working hard. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse came in the middle of your spread. So your guides want you to know if you've been worried about money, prosperity lies ahead. That doesn't mean it's right around the corner. It means it lies ahead. You're going to have to be the bull like Taurus. You are working hard. You are close to achieving a goal that you have probably recently set for yourself. Although time is fluid here on Earth. So I think what they're saying is it's not, the goal you want to achieve isn't going to happen tomorrow, but give it time. I see that you're going to keep going. Right now, I think that either between clients or coworkers or a boss, communication might give you a hard time because what came out of the surrender deck for you was surrender to silence and surrender to resentment. So maybe clients or coworkers or your employer might not be communicating effectively with you right now. This might make you kind of angry. Your guides are saying holding on to any resentment might poison you. Let go of things from the past and try to think of new ways to communicate. Right now, you might just have to surrender to silence. I think they're trying to tell you it's okay because at the bottom of this deck, I do have surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what you do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. You guys are going to have to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to stand up for yourself. I do see that you're being met with opposition. Honestly, I think you guys have to persuade someone to see something from a different point of view. What came out of this third deck, I cannot remember the name of this deck. This is what the back looks like. I have so many oracle decks. I'm sorry. I have passion, destiny, and despondence. At the bottom of the deck, I do have perception. So right now, in regards to career, you are thinking about what you're passionate about. That may not be what you're currently doing. I think you do want to bring passion into your daily life and to your career at the moment. What fire sign doesn't? You're passionate, innovative people. And Sag is a mutable sign. You're very go with the flow. So, but right now, passion's important to you. Your destiny is important. You and another coworker that you work with might be going to the head honchos this week or very soon and saying, hey, look, we have this great idea. What do you guys think? Someone else, you may feel as though someone else may be deciding your destiny at the moment. Looks like you do have one person that you work well with. Even if you work alone, some of you are, maybe you have a client that you really like. What you're passionate about and your destiny as far as career and life path are definitely on your mind. I think you're feeling somewhat despondent. I think you're maybe seeing someone, this could be someone around you though as well. Roles could be reversed. I could be picking up on the energy of a coworker that you have to deal with, so please keep that in mind. Someone in your environment seems to be able to be as creative as they want, and you might not be. This might bother you. Or conversely, you have a coworker, maybe it's this person that you work with, or someone else that you're seeing flourish and you're not, vice versa. Look at any despondency. You may need to change someone's mind with perception here and make someone see it from a different point of view in order to be able to be more passionate and less despondent with what you're doing for work. It's also possible that you may simply need to perceive something differently. The way we perceive our reality largely affects how we feel, okay? I did notice recovery here as well. The economy is not doing great, and you may need to wait for things to recover more. Globally even, to see more progress with what you're doing. We all need to keep that in mind. But prosperity does lie ahead. You guys are close to achieving a goal. You really just need to trust. I did get the Pentacles to come out. My God, that I need to hyper focus on it and push out relationship, because there was an Empress and a Queen of Wands, and then I saw a Queen of Pentacles, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, please career. That could have been career, but I really wanted to get pip cards. So at the center of everything, I have the Seven of Pentacles. So right now, with your career and your daily life, there does seem to be this feeling of waiting. The Seven of Pentacles does speak to just staying in your present moment. It's a different seven to pull off, where we do take a long-term view of our success. We do want sustainable results. We will wait for the return. We will persevere. We will invest. But nothing's really happening. Some of you are thinking about retirement. The fact that the Seven of Pentacles came in the upright for anyone thinking about retirement tells me you're taking the right perspective on that. So I do see that there is kind of this waiting for something to bear fruit for you, something that you've been working on or investing in. But he is kind of like, when's it going to be my turn to pick the fruit? A catalyst or challenge here for you is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Two of Pentacles comes in reverse a lot for human beings because we believe we are humans doing. I think right now you're thinking, okay, I've been overcommitted and I'm a little disorganized. I really want to reprioritize. Sorry, I was stuttering there for a minute. I really want to reprioritize. I need to pay attention to my emotions as well. This is the ocean of emotion. I think that some of you have maybe only had two pennies to rub together, and you're like, maybe you invested in something career-wise and now you're like, I don't know what's going to happen here. Should I drop these balls? What do I need to do? When the Two of Pentacles comes out, try to be flexible, try to be adaptable, try to make room for everything in your life that you want to do. Some of you may decide that you want to make more room for a second job, or you may quit a second job. I do see you guys definitely taking a look at your routine and taking stock of where you might be disorganized, where you can be more flexible and adaptable, and where you've been overcommitted. Someone else around you might be a little disorganized. What's driving you guys, or what's beneath you? The Tower in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse. So you might have really wanted a major change to happen. The Tower is where we hit the eject button. We blow everything apart. We tear everything down and rebuild. We have a sudden shift. So that's not really happening right now. Some of you don't want to rock the boat in a situation. Some of you might be struggling to get along with your teammates right now. The Three of Cups in reverse isn't necessarily struggling to get along with teammates. It's more like, okay, I kind of, need to focus on doing this alone. You may be wanting to exercise more independence. I think you guys kind of, when you're thinking about your career and life path, you're like, I don't know why, but I feel like you guys want a Tower moment right now. Like nothing's really happening here. I'm not feeling the creative collaboration that I want to. And I think you're waiting for it to happen. I just think that this week it's just not. Because Surrender to Silence came out and Trust, there may be a coworker or someone you're collaborating with that you have to trust, but it's not happening. For some of you, like if you're entrepreneurs and you work independently, you may just have a hard time connecting to new clients. More networking might be called for, and you might need to make a major overhaul of some kind. I do think that you're thinking about that because deep within you, subconscious, Eight of Swords and Judgment. You guys seem to be at some kind of a crossroads here with the Scorpio Libra energy of judgment. You want this rebirth. You have an inner knowing about something that you need to do, but you also feel a little trapped. I feel like you guys are trying to blow a whistle at someone in your life, like a boss or something. or have this major rebirth with your clientele or something like that, and they're not hearing your horn. And this is starting to stress you out. Address your negative thoughts. Address the beliefs you have about yourself that limit you in some way. Try not to see yourself as a victim. Don't get trapped in your head. This is all the way you perceive it. Some of you, maybe someone has asked you to have a rebirth of some kind, and you're like, I don't know that I want to do that. I'm not feeling the creative vibe off of that. And I don't know that I can work well with you. What you're thinking about all the time is the Ace of Wands, but the Nine of Swords. So 8 and 9 of Swords. I do think you guys will feel somewhat stressed this week with your everyday lives or your career path. Keep in mind, tarot is dramatic. This might be happening on not that big of a level. It could be happening on a greater level. Some of you are thinking about like scrapping the whole thing and doing something new. I do have 2 aces here. You guys definitely want this to ignite passion and pour creatively into your career and everyday life. This does seem to be stressful for you. Your guides are saying you definitely have to face your fear or anxiety. Some of you have been having disrupted sleep about a passionate new start in your life. This is not the first time this has come out for you. A couple weeks ago, I think I read for you guys, and I got the 9 of Swords and the Lovers. You're dreaming about something in a passionate way, but it seems to be stressing you out. I don't mean different things for different people. So next action coming in, this definitely needs to be addressed. I have for you guys the 8 of Pentacles in reverse and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. First of all, some of you are working yourselves to the bone and you are not getting paid what you deserve. The 8 of Pentacles comes in reverse when we just have a week where we go into the office or wherever and we sit down and we're like, why am I doing this? You may feel the need to exert more self-discipline at this time. Any of you that are doing repetitive tasks, an apprenticeship, a skill development, this week you may feel challenged. Make sure you're working on the right things for the right reasons. Don't expect perfection out of yourself. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse can mean we're perfectionists. Some of you have Virgo in your chart, maybe. Virgos are amazing perfectionists, but sometimes they drive themselves crazy. So you guys might be doing a little bit of that. Work smart as well as hard. Make sure you're able to finish what you start. Some of you just might not get a lot of sleep because you have this new idea that you want to have happen and you're having a hard time getting it to come together. Definitely focus on self-care right now. Some of you might be being too giving in the workplace and too generous as well. Don't allow anyone to breadcrumb you, okay? Focus on any unpaid debts as well that you may have. I don't think you guys are being very charitable. I think at this point, some of you might be saying, I'm not putting any more work into this until I receive, until I get that raise or the money that I deserve. I can't even save. I see you guys kind of struggling a little bit. If you reprioritize, it will help. And some of you do want to add something new, even if it's a hobby or something that you pursue outside of your everyday job. I see that something like that might be wanting to come in. The way you see yourselves is the 6 of Wands in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So some of you might be feeling hustled here a little bit with the 6, 8, and the 9 in reverse and the 6 of Wands in reverse. So don't cave into being a workaholic. If they're not going to pay you for it, make sure that it does actually bring you happiness and excitement. I see that some of you really wants to bring something new into your life. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse sometimes suggests that I don't see you guys wanting reward with no work. I think that you need to focus more on what you are truly worth. And when the 6 of Wands comes in reverse, you might not be getting the recognition that you want at work either. Sometimes the 6 of Wands in reverse speaks to needing to address our own ego, anywhere we feel as though we've fallen from grace. Some of you just need to up your social media presence, work on your LinkedIn, work on a website. This is my social media is on point. My career presence is on point. I dress for the job even, and I really put myself out there on display. And for my entrepreneurs in particular, you definitely have to shine bright like the sun and make sure everybody knows that you're a big deal, even if you don't feel like one. Some of you might need to invest in a little bit of marketing even. I think some of you will with the sun here. But when the Six of Wands comes in reverse, I think you're thinking more about your personal definition of success at this time. Some things may be unfolding in your life to make you think about what you're passionate about and any despondence with career. You know, what the Oracle card said. In the environment, who's this person? This might be a boss or the system. I have the King of Wands in reverse and the Hierophant, Taurus energy here. This could be you, Sagittarius, the King of Wands. For some of you, you have a boss or you work for a company that it's very much about the rules, tradition. You could be working for a family-run business. You could be working for a very large company. The Hierophant is sometimes government, a university, a big corporation. They like it done the way it's always been done. When I did your love reading the other day, the Hierophant came out there as well. So you might be working with or for a very traditional company. Some of you are part of the community at large and work in a very tight-knit communal traditional setting. This might be keeping you from feeling like you can be innovative and take the lead. The King of Wands visualizes long-term success. He's a grand visionary and he's a natural-born leader. You might be working with or for a person that is more traditional and grounded. They might be a great leader, but they might not be nearly as passionate and innovative as you are, Sag. And this may cause you to think, some of you just feel like you have to play by the rules for the next 5 to 10 days and think a little bit more about what your leadership role is in your career and in your life. Are your expectations too high? Are your goals too aggressive? Are your wings being clipped? Are you as confident as you could be? Do you have the experience you want or need? Are you making the smartest decisions? I do think some of you are going to suddenly go, what's my own? The King of Wands in reverse is, dude, I need to focus more on my own personal direction and goals. So I see some push-pull here. The way you're feeling, Ace of Cups, Two of Wands in reverse. Fire signs are creative too, and they do have very big hearts. You're feeling like you really want to introduce something into your everyday life and career path that's very creative. I think you want to introduce some compassion as well, and love. You want to bring love and your heart chakra into your everyday life. With the Two of Wands in reverse, you might be feeling like there's a lack of mutual attraction between yourself and clients, yourself and the company you work for. This is where we kind of, sometimes it's a divestment, but it's more with these two twos in reverse here. I think you guys are like, okay, I'm waiting for something to happen here, but I really need to reprioritize and get reorganized right now, make room in my life for how I feel. With this Two of Wands in reverse, I think you're thinking very much about inner harmony and your own personal direction, for sure. You're going in for inner alignment. You may lack a little bit of a plan right now. You might be a little afraid of the unknown, but the Two of Wands in reverse is where we go, wait, I need to come at this from the heart. What's my personal goal here? I mean, I can do it for the man all day long, but what about me? I'm not getting entirely what I want here. I like the way you ended. The Sun and the Magician. You're going to pitch something to somebody this week, if not anybody else but yourself. So the Sun is the most positive card in the deck, Leo energy here. The Magician here is Aries, Virgo, or Gemini as well. I think that you guys are like, okay, I'm going to have to be the single catalyst for change in this whole frickin' thing. I'm going to have to science the shit out of this. What are my resources? I do not want any of my talents to go to waste. If I want something done, I'm going to do it myself. I see you guys just taking charge here. Some of you need an assistant. Look, he's like, where's my assistant? You belong right here. I do see you guys being movers and shakers. And I do think that you are going to shed light on some things. Some of you are going to up your social media presence. Some of you are going to really focus on the bright side. You may come into like a meeting this week and be like, okay, here's what we're going to do, with an enormous smile on your face. Be prepared to be met with some opposition here. I mean, the Hierophant, as long as they get to be in charge, they'll let you do your thing. It came in the upright, which is a positive sign, but someone may step out of a leadership role and say, go for it, Sag. You do the dance. You do it. Since you're so positive here and you're shedding all the light and bringing all the warmth and the vitality and the magic, by all means. I think that that's what you guys are going to try to do. Some of you are healers, light workers. You work with your hands. I just heard something about radiology technician as well, which is interesting. But with these 2 3s in reverse, this is just this week. Yeah, some of you are in a situation that you feel like there's a lack of accountability around you. You will be withdrawn and searching your soul. This could be someone in your environment as well that just won't make it fair with you. You will have to surrender to the silence. You may have to work alone. Watch for, I don't think you guys are doing this. I think it might be someone around you. Watch for someone trying to steal your ideas, okay? Watch for disharmony. You may just have to work alone. Do not lack in commitment. But some of you do need to bring into balance. Some of you might be workaholics, or you might just be struggling to finish what you start this week. It's probably because you want to add something different here, and you do seem to want to work alone. This might be some side hustle thing that you guys really want to pour into. If that's the case, you're going to have to find the balance. Just surrender to the trust. If you're not getting good communication, try not to be resentful. Resentment only poisons you. You know, and silence can replenish you. Sometimes it gives you a moment to stand still. Definitely think about what you're passionate about and what your destiny is. If you're feeling despondent in career, you might need to let an employer know that. You might need to let yourself know that too. Change might be in order. All right, Sag, that's your career and destiny reading for the middle to the end of January. I hope that it resonates with you, and I hope it helps you. I hope it helps you think about some new ways to deal with things. I don't think you're going to let anything stop you. Despite the fact that there's some things that are out of balance and you seem stressed out with the 8 and 9 of Swords, you definitely seem like you have something to prove here. Definitely discovering your power. Keep developing it. And shine bright like the sun. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sagittarius. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.